Hey, what's going on, guys? Andrew here, back at you with another video, and welcome back to my 31 Days of Halloween segment. It's day 5 today, and as you know, I've been going through the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series, so continuing on with Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning. Now, last night was the first time that I'd watched it, and I didn't really know what to expect from it because, you know, I knew it was a prequel, obviously, from the title and basically from, you know, what I knew about it, but I didn't know the specific content. I really didn't know what they could do with the sequel. You know, the thing is that I actually haven't really been, as you can tell, like, a lot of these movies I'm seeing just for the, you know, I've seen the original like 4 times now, and the sequel I've seen once now, and this is only the second time that I've watched the remake. So, you know, and this is the first time I've watched this, and the first time I'll be watching Texas Chainsaw 3D tonight. So yeah, I mean, I haven't really delved too much into the series. I really didn't know why it would have been necessary, but I see from the fans that I was reading on the message boards and whatever that it was a movie that they had wanted to see, kind of a curiosity of how things got to be that way, how Grandpa got to be in a wheelchair, and you know, how Hoyt, or you know, whatever, the R. Lee Ermey's character got to be sheriff, and yeah. So basically, the story of the movie, actually the intro to the movie is basically how they found Leatherface, and basically how then the intros how like the family came to be the family, how, you know, the sheriff got to become the sheriff, different things like that, and then it goes on to the you meet these 4 characters, and they're traveling through Texas, and they end up, you know, crashing their car, and the sheriff finds them and takes them all back to the house. Well, actually 3 of the 4. I can't remember her name. Let's see her name. Jordana Brewster. She was in the Fast and the Furious series. She was also in The Faculty. She's in this movie too, which she was my favorite part of the movie. She was great. Basically, she is trying to track them all down and everything, and there's, you know, there's this she's basically trying to play, like, you know, she's trying to play spy and try to, you know, get everybody out of the house type thing. She's trying to, you know, scan around, see if she can find them and get them out of the house. So that's basically the story. My thoughts on this one is that I did like it. I think it was a little bit of a step down from the remake, but nonetheless, like, overall as a movie, I thought that it did pretty well. For me, like, what worked was that it was I think finally as violent as a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie should be. Like, it was like, I have the unrated edition on this one, and it is just brutal. A lot of the special effects, pretty much all of them, I think, were done practically, which is crazy amazing. From what I noticed, they were all done practically. It was a very dark movie, and it was very serious, and it was very, like, it almost felt like a Saw movie, how, like, gritty and violent it was, which came out in the heydays of Texas, or of the Saw franchise. You know, 2006 was when the 3rd one was released. So you pretty much have that that going for it. Honestly, it's probably one of the ones that I would watch the least, not because I don't like it, but because it's so dark and it's so, like, overly violent, that it's probably one that I just wouldn't watch. Like, it has some disturbing violent scenes in it, not just because it's got a lot of, like, I can watch those quite regularly, but it's got a dark, disturbing violence to it that I do think that finally the Texas Chainsaw Massacre should have had that. So I am glad about that. But yeah, the main character was, I mean, she's just incredibly attractive. She ended up marrying one of the producers of this film. But yeah, one of the things that I would say that the remake didn't have, that this did have a little bit of, was a dinner scene that the first, I think all the original ones had, but they didn't have a dinner scene in this one. That they did have in this one. It was kind of a welcome back, at least it. And I'm glad that the remake didn't have that, because it would have been too. It would have been too. I don't know. I just didn't want them to recreate that scene. But yeah, if I were to rate this, I'd give it a 6.5 to 7 out of 10. So a little bit below the other ones. The one thing I can say that I definitely gets a knockdown for me is that in all of the other movies, the kills were done in this, I mean, obviously in a typical slasher pattern. They're running or something like that, and Leatherface either catches them and hooks them, or like it's all done on the chase, or all done like with a surprise. You don't know it's coming. But like the kills in this movie were just really bad, other than the last kill of the movie, which was, you kind of know how this is going to end because you've seen this one, and so you know that pretty much all of them live, and you know how it's going to end there. But all of the family live. The Sawyer family lives. Well, I think they're the Hewitt family in this movie. Which I don't know the change to the names. I have no idea reason why they did that. But yeah, the kills were just really terribly done, because they all come whenever they're caught. So they're all caught, and then they're killed while they're caught. They're not on the run or anything like that. So it's kind of like I just really couldn't stand the kills in this movie. Like, it just wasn't that good. Yeah, but as far as I'm concerned, like, the rest of it was pretty good. The characters were pretty interesting. Not as interesting as in the remake. All 4 of them weren't as interesting as the other ones. But Jordana Brewster's character was very interesting. But yeah, I'd give it a 6.5, 7 out of 10. I'd give it more of a 7 out of 10. I did enjoy it, so yeah, that's my review of that one. First time I watched it, so yeah, I did enjoy it. Texas Chainsaw 3D is coming up tomorrow. I actually am kind of excited because this is I get to watch it in 3D, so pretty excited about getting to watch it there. But yeah, I'll let you guys know what I think about that. Yeah, but thanks guys for tuning in. As always, please comment down below, like, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. But yeah, this is all for day 5. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Day 6 will be tomorrow, as I said, Texas Chainsaw 3D. So have a great day, guys. See you tomorrow.